What's going on there, guys? We back with another one. We've got to talk about a piece of this Shannon Sharpe interview with Gillie the Kid where he was disclosing that uh, the young man Noah Scurry, who was slain in front of his mother and hit up 17 times early in the morning, headed to school, was a star basketball player. The school had all A's, scored the highest in the entire school for the college placement test. Um, he was taken away, right in front of his mother. But Gillie confirmed that this is the young man who had taken his son's life, over a year ago. And it was already known, I guess, in the Philly streets what had happened because these blocks had it going back and forth. But Shannon Sharpe asked this question, and some people was like, Shannon knew that happened because there was no need to bring up that 17-year-old with everything else they were talking about. But, when Shannon asked it, he was speechless because Gillie said, that's who did this to my son. Let's take a look at it first. Let's be.
I just read, I saw about the 17-year-old basketball player, straight A student. Am I wrong, Gillie? It used to be like the athletes, they got protected.
Right.
Nobody touched them. Hey, he good now. He gonna be what we, they're gonna be talking about the block. He from the block, he got out. They protected those guys. What happened?
That's who killed my son.
The 17?
Yeah. The 17-year-old basketball player that just got shot 17 times?
Yes.
That's who killed my son.
Really?
Yes.
What was that about?
Well, it wasn't for my son.
Your son happened to be there?
Yes.
Oh.
Them blocks is beefing. They going through it. My son just so happened to pull up out there 5 minutes. They come to shoot the block up. My son's not from that block. He don't, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just so happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
What the?
That's how deep it is.
Bro, he has the potential to get out.
Right.
And he living that life?
No. But see, you don't understand. He got videos out where he got a Joker mask on.
Right.
Bunch of guns in his hand. So these kids is influenced by all the wrong things.
Right.
To shit that don't matter. You know what I mean?
Right.
To shit that once upon a time when I was growing up in the ghetto, I was influenced by.
Now, Shannon was quiet for a while, so maybe he really didn't know. I know there had been a rumor on the internet, but it isn't something that was making national news. That could have passed his radar, but some people was arguing it in the comment section saying he knew that, but I can't say one way or the other. What I will say to the youngsters is don't glorify certain things that they make seem cool. Holding all these weapons in the videos and having all these people standing beside you. How many times have we seen these drill rap videos where you give it 10 years and you go back and look at a video, literally everyone from a video is gone. But it'd be one or two people maybe still alive, and that'd be because they got locked up or they serving long sentences. So I want you guys to take heed to that, pay attention to that. Let's continue.
Mm-hmm. And then when you experience things, when you go places, when a vacation to you is not going through a toll booth. See, you gotta understand, if you from Philly right now, go to Atlantic City and you call them and they say they out of town. Yo, I'm OT, I hit you, nigga, you 45 minutes away, nigga, you went through the toll booth. The f are you talking about? That's how poor the city is.
Right.
Motherfucker go to Atlantic City and they tell you, yo, I'm OT, I'll call you when I get back.
Right.
You 39 minutes away in a car, nigga. What are you talking about, you OT? So you gotta understand,
right?
That's what we grow up in. These kids don't know no better.
Right.
These kids actually think that you can't make it as a rapper unless you killed somebody. Unless you did something out here in these streets. This is the mindset.
Yeah. Why is the rap, why is that glamorized? Why is going to jail or I pull that iron out, I put that stick on some. Why is that glamorized?
And what I would add to what Gillie said is some of the stuff we even glamorize, and people we looked up to when we was younger, they glamorize some pretty bad things too. I mean, Jay-Z said, "Whose clique is closest to La Costa Nostra?" Nas was taking on Pablo Escobar name, like we was glamorizing certain people that, I mean, they did these things too. They unalived a bunch of people though. So what I would say is we still had, I think the structure of our parents at times was a little bit better. It wasn't all this technology and all these other distractions. It's many more distractions out there now for these kids. I feel bad for them because there's a lot more that can take their attention.
I have no idea. I told you when I was young, we glamorized the person that was getting money, the hustler. That's why rap names was like Gotti. Rap games, it was always somebody that was getting some money. Now, it don't be about no money or nothing. They'll kill you about an Instagram post.
Right,
You said you was gonna slide, you ain't slide yet.
right.
Ah, now I slid. Like, are you serious? Bro?
Right.
Like, so it don't make no sense. And it's no answer for it. It's just flat out plain stupidity. The only reason why I know is because the police called me and
Right.
told me once he was murdered. Once he got, because the kid had just got shot 17 times. He was walking with his mom.
Oh.
And he got murdered. And then the police notified me and let me know that he was one of the kids that was pretty much about to get locked up for the murder, but he got murdered first. So, and then, when you do something in the streets know. So, they all
did what
on
they did.
Instagram and they talk, and then, apparently this kid name was the Joker, and, that's what he did, so, But he had to deal with God, that's how I look at it.
It's important to watch who your kids hang around when they're younger. Now, I know Gillie's son was a grown man, and so he could go do whatever he wanted to. Your hope is that they use discretion by the time that they are adults, because I always tell my kids this: whoever you are around, for the time you're around them, you inherit whatever problems they have. For that, whatever specific amount of time that is, you inherit everything that they have going on. And that's just the truth, man. They if they see a person they don't like, and that's they one opportunity to get them, and they in that type of stuff, they're not gonna miss that opportunity a lot of times because you with them. It used to be a little more of that back in the day, where even some people will come up and tell you, like, "Man, I seen such and such. You better be glad you was with them." And so, but that don't seem to exist as much no more. Um, they look at, oh, you with them, and so they just spray everything up, and it is what it is. I hate that for Gilly, son, being taken off this earth that fast. It won't for him, and he won't end that. That's pretty crazy. This kid was a good high school basketball player, and if you go to his ex profile, he was sharing his basketball tape with colleges, like, or really just showing, like, here's what I can do, and coaches reach out and all that type of stuff. And you got a whole body under your belt. And I mean, I don't know if he got any more, but you scoring high on the test. This stuff is so glamorized. It's like you can't be the cool kid if you're not really in it. And one thing Gilly did say is, it's like you starting to see people who take lives in the rap game more and more. A lot of times they used to get on the rapper saying you ain't living your raps and all that. Well, now a good majority of them be living it, and now we want to cry about them living it. But you used to make the guys feel bad who were talking about things they had seen in their neighborhood, and maybe they dabbled in it, but they weren't the worst of the worst where they were from. And so people were looking at them like they were soft. Now that, okay, you have somebody like King Von get in it, that's what happened when they're really into life. They end up losing theirs or they get locked away forever, because they do so much. Money is not going to change that. That's a spiritual thing that's going on with the person that caused them to uh, want. And that's why I always say that about the music. I have some other videos saying that music and that lifestyle and stuff is so spiritual, that drill. So, um, man, I guess, even people in the community, whatever you could do, like to help kids, even if you just got some conversation for them, sometimes they need to eat and stuff. I remember being in the school system and, um, when I was doing that, I used to go to some kids' homes and like provide them a meal or something. Like do what you can for these kids while they still showing like they on that straight and narrow, because you never know what these kids go through. You can't just treat them all the same. Kids ain't coming from, and I'm off on another tangent now, but I'm just thinking about it. I used to see teachers expect the same things from kids in different conditions. So you got some kids getting 3 square meals a day. They got swimming lessons, they got piano lessons and everything else. And then you got the other kids that's got 8, 9 brothers and sisters, and they take turns who gonna eat today, who gonna eat tomorrow because we don't have that much food in the house. You can't expect those same kids, I mean, those kids to come into the school under the same conditions. And I've seen, the reason I say all this to tie this into this video is you see some of the changes that happen in those kids when they hit their adolescence, and by the time they're in high school, they're in something totally different, and they're trying to earn a living, and they see all they see is their parent struggling. Parent ain't really in the house, even if they have a good parent. They're trying to work 2 or 3 jobs to keep up, and sometimes the father's not active or whatever. So I've seen these situations create these type of situations. Not saying that that kid needed to do that or was needed to be in that life, but I don't know, man. Yeah, I just ran it there, man. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about this whole interview. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. To next time.